we making this a Gamecast or is it going to be a podcast?
This is Gamecast because it's about the VGA awards.
Because the VGA.
VGA, yeah. I keep people.
What is VGA awards? That is an actual award ceremony somewhere for something.
I could look at a video. I don't know, something. Yeah, I don't know why people say VGA and then awards. Like the whole thing is VGAs.
Well, maybe VGA stands for something else, and then awards is the awards of the VGAs.
Nope. Are you,
no, it doesn't exist. It's not real.
No, I couldn't find it on the first page of Google, so it's not real.
All right, so it's not real, but you know what is real? Welcome to the For the Geeks Gamecast. This is episode 3. It is a special recap of our thoughts, questions, and concerns, and quite possibly our giddy schoolgirlness of this year's TGA 2022 Game Awards. Yeah, TGA.
It's VGA.
TGA, not VGA.
No, it's VGA. Okay, whatever.
It's TGA.
Continue. Whatever.
Go to Google. It's TGA, the Game Awards. That's why it's called the Game Awards.
Shut up!
The person bickering with me in the background here is my beautiful cousin, Seeger.
Wow.
Seeger, how's it going?
It's going well. I would explain more on that, but that's for the normal podcast, not for this one. But
you can explain. We haven't talked for months. Go ahead.
We talk on Instagram. Swip. Nope. Anyway, continue. I'm excited because I got a lot to talk about, and I wrote down a shit ton of games to blab about. So this may be an extra long podcast, but I don't care. It's the third episode.
I don't think it'll be that extra long.
Yes, it will.
Well, viewers haven't seen you guys for a couple of months, sporadically showing up with episodes.
We were there last week. What are you talking about? I was here with Ryan talking about MMOs and shit. The fuck?
Anyways, this is our recap episode. We got a lot to talk about. There was a lot of stuff at the VGA's. Look what you did to me. The TGA.
Yeah, bitch.
At the TGA.
Yeah.
There was a lot. There were some massive reveals, some super stellar song pieces that were played.
Oh, yeah.
Just amazing performances all around. Great awards, a good show. But let's just get right into it. I'll start off with something simple for us. Let's go with, how would you rate the actual whole show from beginning to end on our little FTG scale?
Well, what's our scale? Like numbers?
1 to 5.
Okay.
Super simple. It keeps our 1 to 5 scale is super simple in the sense that it keeps it concise enough for us to be able to put it in a way that we can explain it more as we talk on our shows. And it gives it a definitive number for the people who are like, oh, well, everything needs a number.
Okay, well, I'd like to give it a 4. I don't have a problem with the show. I mean, I'm accustomed to watching E3, and usually E3 is garbage because they talk about nothing for 30 minutes and then they announce the game. But that's not an award show. That's an announcement event. But this...
It's a different kind of show.
Yeah, but this is an award show. Everything was clear, concise, straight to the point. You know, they even they didn't have someone come out and announce awards for everything. They just had the speaker just say, and here are the awards for this. Here are the awards for this. I'm like, okay, cool. That's great. It's straight to the point. And the big ones, they had a presenter on stage. Like Al Pacino was there.
Oh, yeah, that was great. I was shocked.
That's exactly when I tuned in. I tuned in an hour after it started airing. And I saw Christopher Judge get the award for best performance in a video game for the year, which hats off to him. But we'll get more into that. So I get a 4 out of 5, even though most people don't like this award show. Fuck you. This is this is content. I don't care. It was a simple award show.
I know. I understand that whole thing with not liking award shows.
Because it's for money.
I have a group of friends that's so convinced that everything's fucking rigged in this in this industry, and everything doesn't matter, and like apparently none of the hard work any of these people do is
Simon,
worth anything.
Jose, fuckers.
So I just want to point out that if it were actually rigged, you know who would have won that best multiplayer category? Call of Duty.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Who won?
That's what I was thinking.
Who won? Fucking Splatoon 3.
Yeah, who the fuck plays that shit?
Fucking won best multiplayer game. Like, come on.
Yeah.
You want to say it's rigged? Go ahead, dude. Like, if you want to believe the whole system's rigged, whatever. Jeff Keighley left left E3's association because everything was all jacked up on their side and he didn't like the way they were doing it. So if you don't want to believe that Jeff Keighley's doing things right, you're
the only award
you're
show,
totally entitled to your opinion.
The only award show that actually is rigged, and it's pretty much, there's tons of proof leading back to it, is the Oscars. That's the only one that is proven to have been rigged ever. But not when it comes to fucking video games, especially not this one. Hell no.
No, there's no way. The freaking Game Awards have been around for 3 years, dude. This is the third one.
They said 10.
10?
The announcer said
3.
10. He's like, this is our 10th year for...
Did he say 10?
He said something at the
3.
end. He said 10. He was mentioning something regarding...
Oh, wait. Well, Game Awards have been around for a long time.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Right.
They've been around for a decade, and they're not fucking rigged. So I don't know why everyone's hating towards it and shit. It's not a... It's, people were pissed, like, God of War won everything. I'm like, I'm sorry, it's a good game. Like, I don't know what to tell you. It got awards for a reason.
Yeah,
Fucking
exactly.
shit. I haven't played it, and I know it's good.
The whole thing about God of War winning, yes, it does have a lot to do with recency bias, but to the people who haven't played it yet, like, I implore you, go play it. I've only played 8 hours, and I thought it more than earned every single one of those awards that it got.
Right?
Everything about God of War Ragnarok is just freaking amazing, and I wish...
I need to wait for that to come to PC.
I'm currently in this weird section of my job, my normal job, where I have to work like 20 hours every day. So I don't have time to play it, and I am a little bit behind, but I'm definitely going to be catching up on it as soon as winter break is done and we're back to a normal season. I'm super excited to touch down on that, but let's go over some of the announcements first that came out of Game Awards, and let's talk about announcements, and then we'll get to the actual categories, winners, and everything, and we'll talk about that later on.
Yeah.
We were supposed to have another guest with us here today, Mr. Brooks, but he
died.
coming back home in his Uber, and he was trying to get the guy to turn left on the street. When he was turning left on the street, a pair of snakes jumped out of the back seat of the car and were attacked by sloths.
Nice.
While the sloths and the snakes fought, the guy in the front seat drove into a tree, crashed, and now they're all in a coma. So we wish a speedy recovery for Mr. Brooks.
That sounds like something he'd do. Yeah.
We'll see him soon, I'm sure. Anyways, okay. I'm going to start with my biggest fucking thing that I got out of this. Like, there were a ton of announcements that were all amazing.
Oh, yeah.
I'm super excited for all of these games that we got to see. Even these tinier indie things that are kind of just DLC, like the Dead Cells Return to Castlevania DLC.
Dead Cells,
but
not sales.
Dead Cells.
Yeah, Dead Cells. Continue.
I said Dead Cells.
You said sales.
Anyways, the biggest thing I got from this whole thing was my massive
penis
fangirl moment of seeing Armored Core 6. get back into the game.
Oh my
and
God.
seeing it be not only a
Yes.
numbered iteration of the Armored Core series, but it coming from Software. And that has to be one of the most massive things. There's been a big rumor in the industry for the last few months. Like, people have been talking about it, that From Software is working on an Armored Core game. To be able to see it announced, and not only to see it announced, but to see it planned with a release window of 2023 was fucking insane.
Yeah, like I only played the second one. I was too young because my parents were very, very strict on the video games I play. Everything had to be run by Uncle Neil. I was 13 by the time I played my first rated M game, which was Diablo 1, Doom, and Halo, because alien blood, no human blood. But I was excited for this because, one, I fucking love mech games. Okay, and two, From Software, I believe, is the only video game company in the world that doesn't need any advertising, because you just slap their name on it, it's not going to be a shitty game. It's like, okay, this is going to be a success. Plain and simple.
I want to say that I think that may be the case in the wake of of a game like Elden Ring, which, spoilers, congratulations.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
But the thing with Elden Ring was that it did have a very good marketing campaign. Like, they marketed the shit out of it.
Oh, yeah.
They marketed it well, as opposed to how they did it for Dark Souls games.
And they have George R.R. Martin. Yeah, that too.
Oh, yeah. Well, George R.R. Martin was more lore writing and, kind of disconnected from the rest of the game. In interviews, he spoke about it. He's like, I didn't know anything else about it. I just helped write some stuff.
Oh, okay.
And it's like, it's cool. But, to get George R.R. Martin in on a video game to help write lore for your stuff, that's fucking nuts.
That helps
He's
the
super good at that.
advertising. Yeah.
Yeah. That big names make big plays.
Yeah.
But yeah, 2023. What do you think about the Armored Core game? What do you hope for it? What are your hopes?
I hope
your wishes,
it is
your dreams?
everything I wanted MechWarrior 5 to be. I love MechWarrior because that was my singular mech game series I played growing up. You get in a giant machine and you go around doing mercenary jobs, killing shit. I don't know much about Armored Core, but from the trailer and from past Armored Core title gameplay videos, I looked at it, I'm like, this is everything I want to play in a mech game. I want to just hop in a machine, blow shit up with other machines, and just fucking have fun, because that's essentially what big robots are good for, is just shooting each other and big battles and shit, like Gundams and what have you. So I'm very excited for this entry in the series, especially with today's video game engines like the Unreal Engine 5 and what have you, or even if they had their own, it's gonna look fucking great regardless. So yeah, I'm very excited for that entry.
To harp on what you say, the best thing about knowing this game coming out is knowing that From Software is focusing on next gen specifically. So we're getting a fully involved next gen title, just like a bunch of the other announcements that were shown. Yep. A lot of them are focusing on moving forward and pushing our industry into the next generation of what consoles can possibly do. And we've seen a little bit here just on this this little jump between PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Series SX. And people are starting to step more into that next gen area. Do you think that they'll be able to really capture the best? Because what we know of From Software is that technically, on a technical level, their games are not always the most amazing in terms of resolution. You're not getting a 4K mastered experience. It's definitely not up to the standard quality of graphical. Not to say that the graphics themselves and art direction at all is bad, but what makes up for that, a lot of that, is its gameplay, is its focus on how technical the gameplay gets down. Do you think that moving into the next gen, the Armored Core will probably be another technical masterpiece when it comes down to its graphics, or do you think From Software will probably stay in that safe zone of making good games and a good gameplay with slightly less than optimal graphics?
Well, I think, in my opinion, yes, they'll be able to make a graphically beautiful game, but also I believe they'll make it a fantastic game. So they'll combine, best of both worlds, because like everyone knows, it's not the graphics that make the game. It's the gameplay and, all these other things. The graphics are that's to the side. You could have, with movies, you could have a pretty looking movie, but it could fucking be terrible. But I feel like they know exactly what they are doing. The only games they had that looked like terrible but were great were like Dark Souls 1 and 2 and the original Demon Souls. But then they remade Demon Souls and made it great.
Well, Blue Point remaster or did the remake, but
okay. Well, I didn't know that. But still, and you go to Dark Souls 3, it looks fantastic. There's nothing graphically terrible about that game. And then Elden Ring, of course, is just fantastic all around. I mean, it's game of the year. So applying that to Armored Core, I don't need a 4K masterpiece. It'll look great even at 1080p. Hopefully I'll have a 4K monitor by then. But it'll look great on 1080p anyway because they know what they're doing. And it'll play fantastically because they know what they're doing. So I have full faith in that company not making a disappointing game because they haven't so far.
I want to try and move on from this, but I've just got so many questions about this game.
I have a lot to talk about.
What do you think? What do you think about the gameplay style? So we all know that Armored Core is a very linear based game in the sense that you're playing mission to mission, kind of like how Ace Combat does.
Mech Warrior does that too.
So here's the thing, though. Do you think From Software takes what they've learned now? Given that From Software makes very linear games, but most of these games are very much open zone, not open world necessarily, but very open, free to travel between these places in some way, shape, or form. You think that we get open zone like Sonic Frontiers from that, or do you think they take what they've learned from Elden Ring, whatever it was that they think they captured there, and move it into an Armored Core game and make it something more unique in like an open world setting for an armored mech game? Or do you think they stick down to the basic aged personally I think aged style of gameplay of putting it into mission based modes?
I would prefer them do it in mission based because I don't see open world mech games being a thing ever for the reason of it doesn't make any sense to me to be in a giant robot and just cruise around the land. Like when people get in a robot, you're doing you have a purpose to do something. If you're in Elden Ring, for example, your purpose is to explore the land and kill monsters. In a robot, you just want to kill the bad guy. You're not there to like climb mountains and fly into the air and shit and just look at the sky. Like again, look at Gundam, for example, the animes. They get in their suit when they need to fight. They don't get in their suit to go traverse the desert and get a pretty view. That's what you do in open world games, Breath of the Wild, Elden Ring. You do that so you could explore everything. So I would prefer it just stick to, the formula that works for battle mech based games and what have you. Not to say that it. I mean, I don't. It might work. They would have to do something completely special to make it work. But even whatchamacallit, even Nier Automata, which had mechanical elements in the game, I still don't see that pertaining to being in a mech suit. Like, you don't need a mech suit to travel the world and everything. You could just walk or use a normal vehicle. Mech suits are designed for battle and battle alone, not for exploration. So that's my point of view on it.
All right. Well, shoot, I am super excited to see this game.
Yes,
and
I'll link the video in the description or show it in the video when I get around to editing it, so people can just watch it here.
That'd be
trailers. Dope. Hopefully, I don't get a copyright strike because I got a copyright strike for the podcast with all the cartoons and shit I linked.
Well,
unfortunately,
cartoons tend to have stricter copyright issues than video games do.
Okay,
but because we never got hit with one for any of the old ones we did when we did co-streams or things like that.
Video game companies seemingly don't give a shit when it comes to linking
it's free publicity.
Stuff.
Why would you care? Even if it's only a handful of people, like unless we're monetizing off of it, I don't think anybody gives two shits.
Yeah,
and we're not monetizing off of it, so
God, it's a podcast.
It's not like we're making money off this.
Hell no, we're doing this for fun.
Oh my god!
But anyway,
one of the other biggest reveals for me was Hades 2.
Good.
Not good enough.
We can but learn. And the greatest teacher is out there. Now go. Death to Kronos.
Death to Kronos.
This is an opportunity for you to make a better future for us all. The least I can do is light your way down.
About ready to give in?
No, I was born for this.
You trifle with powers far beyond your comprehension, witch.
Okay, if I call you witch like that.
Vengeance for your family awaits you.
He is no mere titan. He is time itself, and time cannot be stopped.
Wait for me, Father. I'll be this.
Oh my god! I saw the art style when they dropped it, when they launched the trailer in the beginning. I watched it and I was like, it's a super giant game. It looks fucking great. I wonder what it is. I was like, oh, it must be another Hades style deal. Like it looks almost the same.
Yeah,
everything's great. And then we get into it and I'm sitting at, I watched this whole thing at work. It was the most difficult day of work for me because I had to focus on two separate things at the same time that both took all of my attention. Mm-hmm. So like I was sitting there geeking out like a little fucking kid. As soon as I saw the gameplay footage of it, I was jumping around, I was clapping, I was like punching my hand, I was going nuts. And Hades was such a phenomenal game. Just amazing, so much fun, so much replayability.
I never played it.
It's super good. If you haven't, if you or you listeners haven't played it yet, I guarantee you will not feel wasted on this. It is a great game with great lore, great story, great gameplay.
Is the word rogue light or rogue like? I don't know.
There's two different ones.
What the fuck does either mean?
Rogue. We went over this with Brooks again the other day. You know what? I'm just gonna go to the dictionary because I'm like low on sleep and it's gonna take me forever to figure this out.
Yeah, I asked because when they were showing the trailer, which I'll link here, they were saying rogue like, but whenever people talk to me about the genre, they say it's rogue light, and I'm like, I don't know what the difference is.
Okay. So, according to G2A.com, which
You
I
can
have
get
no
games
idea.
for cheap there.
Really? Is that this website? Is that what this website is?
G2A, yeah, that's where you get the games for cheap. The CD keys.
Okay.
I usually go to CD keys.
So here it is. To sum up, roguelike games constitute a genre that has to strictly adhere to certain characteristics, of which the most important are permadeath, procedurally generated maps, and turn-based combat. Roguelite games, on the other hand, usually take these roguelike mechanics and blend them with other genres. Such games usually feature procedurally generated levels and permadeath as well, but there are some persistent features that help you out in subsequent playthroughs.
So there's barely a difference. What the fuck?
There is barely a difference, but it's a big enough difference for the community.
Okay, whatever.
You know, it's a big enough thing to make a difference.
I would need a better example, but I'll look that up later. Anyway, continue.
So, yeah, dude, no, Hades 2, fucking phenomenal. Oh my god, one of my most hype moments of this whole thing, and there were a lot of hype moments.
Oh, I
was
can agree.
so excited. And we have so much more to go through. There was fucking Jedi Survivor.
Yes, I'm going to talk about
Cyberpunk
that.
Phantom Liberty. Oh my god.
Diablo 4, Blue Protocol,
Diablo 4.
Final Fantasy 16.
See, the cool thing was earlier this week we got the previews from all of the outlets. Everyone got their codes. They got their time with it, and I got to listen to one of my favorite podcasts, the Kind of Funny podcast. More specifically, the daily Gamecast.
Yeah.
And they talked about their preview on it. Two of their people were on it, and just they talked a storm up about it. Just so much good stuff. All of the previews said that the customization portions of Diablo 4 were amazing and super in depth. Just like a step in the right direction for what people want from being able to make their own characters.
I am personally excited because of the story.
May we fight true in his holy name. Blessed be the light.
I have returned to hell for you.
I've always loved the lore of heaven versus hell in any stories, especially when it comes to a video game. That's what I really like, because you don't really see that, because it's a very touchy subject. But these guys do. Blizzard is able to do it in a way that makes it interesting. Like Diablo 3, the story was but when we got to Reaper of Souls, I was all in, because I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, we got this archangel that went rogue, becomes the angel, the aspect of death, and I'm like, oh shit, okay, this is cool, because this goes into mythology with, angels and shit, and it gave some light onto what an angel of death could look like. Malthael is fucking awesome. Now we have Diablo 4, which I'll link I'll play the trailer here. You have Inarius, which used to be a archangel of the council underneath. He used to serve under Tyrael, and then he defected once he learned that, once he learned that the angels weren't really doing anything. So he wanted to cause a war between heaven and hell, and he sided with the demons, and he started running things through there, and he became friends with Lilith. And then I guess now we're going to find out that they're going to fight each other in this new game. Something happened between them. So I'm excited to see what happens with more of the Diablo storyline continuing, because I don't know anybody that really cares about the Diablo universe but me personally. Like, I've never talked to you about it, motherfucker, but now I can. This is great.
To be fair, I am not super in-depth on the actual lore and story itself, but as a gamer, Diablo has been one of my mainstay games for years and years and years. I played 3 for fucking years and years and years.
Me too.
And so, I'm super excited to be able to get the next one out, and to get it so soon. Again,
yeah.
I imagine this being pushed out to 2024. There had been nothing one of the big things about this Game Awards show that I took away from it was the fact that the morning of, Jeff Keighley woke up, went on Twitter, looked around, then posted a tweet that said, "No major spoilers. Cool. This is going to be the best Game Awards ever." And there was no doubt in my mind that he had some crazy shit up his sleeve. This is This is insane.
That's cool.
And so we have a release date for Diablo 4, June 6, 2023.
Fuck yes.
Super close. Within half a year, I would have never thought.
That's a game I'll buy on launch day for sure.
I would have thought it would be pushed back a little further. I would have thought that it was a little bit, later. But like, I'm just surprised.
I'm curious
just
to see what the fuck they're gonna do with the primevals, because for those of you that don't know, you can't really kill them. You just lock them away for all. They're permanently in existence unless the guy, I forgot the name, the guy, the entity that is God in Diablo, or the entity that is the devil, the actual devil in there, unless they somehow snap their fingers and make them die, they're never going away. So whenever Diablo dies, he's encased in a soul stone, and then he gets revived once he's injected into someone's body again. Same with all the primevals and all the lesser evils. They all act the same, which really sucks. But it keeps the story going because they can never die.
It does kind of give you that circular kind of story motion, though. Like, I can imagine already that Lilith comes to and says, the primevals didn't do this. I'm going to do it.
Yeah, she's
and then
probably
somehow finds a way to inject primevals into herself and still them inside of her to give her more power.
Yeah.
And then at some point, she's going to explode and become Diablo again.
Maybe, but they did that with Malthael, because what I really liked about his story in Reaper of Souls was, okay, he defected because for those of you who don't know, Malthael was...
warning.
It's Diablo 3, right? He was an archangel of the Angrist Council, and he thought his idea to cleansing the world of evil, because the problem is for the Angrist Council is the demons. How do you get rid of these demons if they will never die? Well, the reason they exist is because of the humans. They go to Earth and they start killing all the humans and causing a war and a problem for heaven. So he's like, how do I fix this? I have to eat all the humans and all the demon souls, absorb them, and ingest the Black Soul Stone, which contains all the essences of all the prime and lesser evils, which he does. He ingests it and becomes the Archangel of Death. And his logic goes to along the lines of Seymour Flex from Final Fantasy X, as well as the philosopher Tacitus, which is where you make a wasteland, you call it peace. So in order for him to have peace in his eyes, everything has to be dead. That way there is no chaos. And that's what I thought was really interesting. But I hope they don't go that route with Lilith, because like you said, you think she'll absorb all the all the evil. I hope they don't do that, because they already just did that. They can come up with something else.
The whole base of the storyline is that Diablo comes out in some way, shape, or form at the end of the game. You always end up fighting Diablo no matter what. And I get it. It's the whole primevals never die thing. Yes. No matter what, they will find a way back, sort of. I am inevitable.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I'm also curious to see what happens to Tyrael. Like, when I saw the trailer, I thought, is this him? Did he reascend? And I'm like, no. That's not a sword. Like, that's a spear. That's a different weapon. That's a different angel. So I'm curious to see what's going on with the human. Now he's a human, Tyrael, because he.
Yeah, I mean, it depends if he's even alive still. We don't know how far along in the future this is. We don't know like when it takes place really. Like, as far as I know, we are still pretty blacked out on media information, which is good. I would rather know leaks.
Yes, I agree.
I know leaks. Leaks kind of make the industry go round. I get it.
Grand Theft Auto 6
content. It gives people information. It gives people stuff to talk about, something to do. But at the end of the day, like when big leaks like Grand Theft Auto 6 come out, it really just hurts both sides of this, development and consumer. Oh yeah, it hurts both sides. We know it's being worked on. We know that it's coming. It's like, just have a little bit of patience and wait, because the way they're working up to reveal these things is all pre-planned. Like, they have an idea, they have a plan, and whether or not it takes time,
they know what they're doing. Yeah,
exactly. You gotta have trust in whatever their process is. Sure, if it doesn't come out, like, I don't understand why people are bitching about Grand Theft Auto 6 anyways. It's like, if you're bored of Grand Theft Auto 5, go find a new game to play.
Yeah. Shut the fuck up.
Come on,
God,
dude.
Damn.
Like, anytime that someone's like, oh, they haven't put out a new game of this, it's like, not everything's meant to last forever.
Yeah, no.
Like, some games come out and they have a series and eventually they die. Like, eventually Call of Duty will find a way to die. It will crawl its way into a grave. There's no way around it. You run out of things. There's only so many conflicts in human history you can go over again.
Yeah, but kids will play it anyway. I mean, it's been alive since we were in fucking high school. Like, nobody played the first three I played the first 3 Call of Duties because they were on PC and partially console.
Yeah.
But kids will just play it because, it's cool. It has the name Call of Duty attached to it. So they'll just fucking play it.
I feel like the future of Call of Duty is in moving into these, like, custom-made stories and storylines that are fictional because there's no other way to do it.
No, I agree. Yeah.
I think their baseline for moving on in the future is going to be Warzone, and moving past Warzone, they will put out small experiences here and there to keep people happy and keep giving people a campaign, while Warzone encompasses most of the multiplayer.
Yeah. But pushing this along, I have a question. What did you think? Did you have an emotional experience with Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League? Which I will link the video here for viewers.
You don't have to tell them you're going to link it every time.
Whatever. Fuck you.
Just link it and let it go in.
I need to do this for my vocal cues. Piss off.
Anyways.
Did you have an emotional experience watching it?
It's bloody locked. We gotta keep looking. There.
All right, Flash is clear. Keep your eyes on him, people. Somebody find the back entrance.
Best dirty movie I ever saw. Oh, crap!
This door will not hold. We must barricade it.
You stay here, pal.
See this? I spent a lot of time dreaming up how I was gonna kill you with it. You're mine now, and you're in for a world of... Ah, shit!
Oh, hey guys! We were just having a little...
I said shush. You hear that?
Please, help me! Hey, Bruce! Still using shadows to scare the crap out of us criminals, huh? Don't sweat it. Batman doesn't kill people. Are you okay?
I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman.
I know how absolutely torn a lot of people were by the passing of Kevin Conroy. I know how important he was as an icon.
Yeah.
In this, not only in our industry of video games, but also in the general populace of, comic books, television. As a voice actor, he was one of the most renowned and one of the most iconic.
He's the only person that is Batman. Just like Mark Hamill is Joker.
Yeah, exactly. Like you think of Batman, you think of Kevin Conroy.
Yep.
I mean, maybe some people think of Val Kilmer. I don't know.
Or Adam West.
Okay. Or Adam West. But the point being is that, like, I don't have that same emotional attachment, I think, to voice actors the same way that some people do. Like, but it does. But saying that, it doesn't mean that I don't hold those people in such high regard that hearing that they pass is a terrible thing. Like, when I heard about it, I was torn because I was just like, that's it. Batman's done. I'm never gonna have Batman again after this. Like, I'm never gonna be able to really feel that Batman sound come out of a voice, because we've had Batmen over the years, and all of them have never lived up to the same style that Kevin Conroy portrayed for both Bruce Wayne and for Batman himself. And knowing that Suicide Squad is his last full performance of being Batman is making that game so emotional for so many different people right now. And like, it's going to be a tough thing to get through for a lot of people. And I feel that we're lucky enough to be able to get that last experience, because at that point when he had passed, to my knowledge, I was like, that's it. We're never going to get it. We have to relive everything through the past. We get one more new performance from him. And to top it off, it is one of the most insane kinds of performances you could get from a Batman. Just that whole trailer fucking blew my mind.
It's an evil Batman. It's like, holy shit.
I've known about Suicide Squad since forever, since they announced it, and I've been super excited for it every which way. Being able to play as a Suicide Squad and hunt down Justice League members sounds like the biggest fucking fun thing I have ever heard of. And it is a great twist on how things roll.
It's Rocksteady.
In the DC universe.
It's going to be good.
Not only is it Rocksteady, but it also takes place in the Arkhamverse itself. So this takes place after Arkham City, Arkham Knight, all those games.
And I just finished Arkham Knight, and that was a fantastic, bittersweet ending. I felt sad, but I also felt glad because I played the game and I got to experience it. I don't care what other people say. Arkham City was better. I'm like, shut up. It was a good game.
It was.
But I also liked Arkham Knight. I was really fooled by who the Arkham Knight was for most of the game, because I'm like,
do you not know Batman lore?
I did, but I was like, who the fuck is this guy? Until they started doing the for people that, well, there's not a spoiler because the game's been out forever.
Game's been out forever. Spoiler alert. Once Jason Todd.
Yeah, once the Joker started doing flashbacks with Jason, I'm like, okay, but it was confusing me because I'm like, Jason's the Red Hood. He can't be Arkham Knight. But I'm like, Red Hood is in the DLC. So who the fuck? I'm like, I'm like, okay, we already have Damian. We already have Dick. No, sorry, we have Dick and Tim in the game. I'm like, maybe this is Damian. But why would he be mad at Batman? I don't get it.
He's always been mad at Batman.
Damian?
Yes. From his inception, Damian hated Bruce Wayne as his father.
Oh, yeah, I remember
hated
that.
the idea of the Batman. He did not like him at all. It took Batman time to get Damian on his side.
That's right.
And once he got him on his side, he really did, trust him and really did like confide and be like an actual father-son relationship. But like, it took forever.
But still, it was confusing me because I'm like, who the fuck could it be? And then it's Jason. And then what was even cooler was when he took the mask off, his suit turned red and he had a second mask. I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
there's the Red
thing.
Hood.
That was the thing that gave it away for me. Like, I saw the Batman, like, the Batman-esque-ness of his helmet, but then I saw the red underneath, and it was a smooth shape. It looked like it was just, a skull, and I was just like...
it's fucking
From like
Jason.
the first, 10 minutes, I was like, I really hope I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure that's Jason Todd.
But it was
I was
cool.
like, oh, come on, man. I already know where this is going. Please.
Yeah.
I love Jason Todd. Don't fuck his story up.
But that game was fantastic, and I'm glad I got to play it on my new computer, because I played it on my Potato. It was fucking terrible at 30 FPS on Potato graphics. Now I got to play it in full graphics, 60 FPS. It was great. And now I'm more excited for this one because, even in the fucking trailer, which, I was watching it. I'm like, okay, Suicide Squad. Da 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 da. I'm like, oh, it's Bat. Nope, that's a printout of Batman on a stand-up or whatever. I'm like, okay, he's not here. And then they show him. He says his iconic line, which is a new voice recording. I know people wanted the original one from the '90s show, which technically is more epic because of the dramatic pauses. But this one is still good. And then they end it with "Thank you, Kevin." As soon as I saw that, I started fucking ugly girl crying. I couldn't hold it in. I was like, "Oh, fucking God!" So I'm excited for one last ride with the Arkham series.
The Batman.
Yeah,
with the Batman. Let's get his name right.
Yeah, not like Gotham Knights. Nobody fucking cares about that shit.
Well, we give it where we can, but Warner Brothers Montreal did not give it all they could.
No.
I know they had an idea and they really wanted to capture on it, and it looks good. It looks on paper like it would be fun and great, but it's just I feel like it's missing something that I haven't even played the game. I've just been able to like do my research, and from what I've seen, it just looks like it's
Same.
missing something.
Yeah. But anyway, next, were you going to
Let's
say
see.
anything? Or I have my list.
There's so many more things I want to talk about, but
Judas.
there's just so much to talk about that Judas looks cool.
The ship is dying. And my only way out of here is with one of them.
I was sailing to that distant shore. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. As the cloud to the ocean floor, and it's time for us. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, the clouds
People say I have this coming. And you know what? They're right.
I don't know anything about it. It looks fucking fantastic.
It's fucking
though.
BioShock in space. It looks great.
I can't wait.
So good.
I can't wait to see what it is, because the thing that the thing with the trailer at the end where it says
trailer here,
fix what you broke. Like, what does that mean? Did we like what
Did
does
we
our
fuck
character
up?
do that fucked something up? Like,
Yeah.
but what is it that we fucked up? Because that last scene where that girl's like standing there at the thing and she's just waiting to get hit in the face with that massive meteor.
Yeah.
It's just like, did we fuck time up? It's like, are we stuck is it another time loop game? But is it from the mind, the genius of Kevin Kline, where we get to see an amazing Kevin Levine, an amazing BioShock style darkness in that.
I still need
same mind bending, soul twisting kind of storyline that's just like insane in a time and throw in a time loop.
I still
I
need
don't
to
know.
beat the BioShock Infinite DLC. I haven't done that one yet. Because Jose tells me it's fantastic.
I have it, and I have like the collectors. I got the collector's edition one, so I got 1 and 2 and all that bullshit. I just still got to finish through my replay of 1 and then go through 2. But I might just jump over to Infinite because I haven't.
Yeah.
2 was good. 2 was
Every single person I know has told me 2 was terrible compared to the first and Infinite. Infinite's the best by far, but
Infinite
still.
is not the best by far. BioShock 1 is the best by far.
Okay, BioShock 1 is a 9, Infinite is a 10.
No, I don't believe that. I think that shit's reversed.
That's another conversation.
We'll get to that. Either way,
Judas, it looks
it's
fantastic.
nice to see Judas because I want to know more.
I want to know more about it. Yes.
It's been so long, and I think this industry has suffered from a lack of more of Ken Levine's games.
Yep. Jedi Survivor.
The order is gone. I was betrayed by the one I trusted most. I will not be imprisoned again.
I hear you've been busy making yourself the Empire's most wanted.
A Jedi. Remind our friend here why his kind are supposed to be dead.
Here we go.
After all we've done, the Empire's only grown stronger.
job, Custis.
The Jedi is a threat. Not now that we have this.
As long as we fight. Hope survives.
Jedi Survivor.
Link here,
dude.
But
dude,
I shit my pants when I watched it.
Fucking dude.
I
did not think they were gonna pull out the double lightsabers.
I didn't think they were gonna pull out the crossguard lightsaber.
Yeah, that
Holy
shit was
shit!
insane.
There's only Kylo Ren and the High Republic guy who have a crossguard, and now Cal Kestis has one. Holy
I'm fine
shit.
for this. I'm fine for this rewrite. I'm fine for this to be canon.
I fucking
all
love
for
it.
this because I like Cal Kestis as a character more
Me
than I
too.
like fucking Ben Skywalker.
Yeah, no, he can go to hell. Like people,
I like the original. The
people
original
love-
one. Jaden and was it Jace and Jalen or something? I can't remember their original names. The original Skywalker kids.
Jaden Solo, Mara Jade, which is Skywalker, Luke's wife. So you have all that good stuff in the expanded universe.
Old expanded universe. I love, but
I hate
this new
Kylo.
fucking Ben.
Kylo's
I
a
hate
bitch because he's like, I'm a whiny little shit. I want to be like Grandpa Vader. Why?
Yeah.
What on
Why?
earth could make you want power? Why? Vader had a reason for power. Everyone shit on him, didn't give him his potential. Then, he's like, he fell in love with Padme and he has to protect his wife. And he was immature in that aspect. He was really seduced by the dark side. Kylo,
I mean,
he's just like, I want to be strong. What the fuck kind of story is that?
Anakin was plagued by visions of Padme's death, and his connection with Force visions, just like Rey, like it caused him so much concern that Palpatine took advantage of it.
Oh yeah, he knew exactly how to work that brain.
and he was a real Sith Lord. Like,
if Kylo's not a Sith,
if Kylo had been half the Sith that Palpatine was, he would have turned Rey to the dark side.
Oh yeah,
Rey would have been dark side, and I would have gotten the ending to that series that I wanted.
I know.
If Rey had made that flip on the very last movie, I would have lost my shit, and I would have probably proclaimed it being way better than the prequels.
We need to do a Star Wars episode at some point when you come back.
We will.
I can't do that with Ryan because he doesn't care about Star Wars.
We'll start planning. We'll start planning some episodes.
That'll be a regular podcast one. Yeah.
But I guess it has to be because it's just, or we can make it a series.
Related. Yeah, it's fine.
But we could make it like a series, because there's so much to talk about in Star Wars that there's no way you can contain it into one.
No, but going back on the main bar,
back to the track.
Jedi Survivor looks fantastic, and like everyone says, you look at Cal Kestis' face 5 years later compared to the first one. That's the face of this man has seen some shit. Because there's scars on his face. He's got facial hair. He looks like he's going to kick some fucking ass. I don't even know who the villain is in this one. The last one you knew it was the Inquisitors. You knew it was the second sister. This one, I don't know who the fuck these people are. I don't have any theories.
Let's say it was during when the Inquisitors were big, and during episode 4, I don't think the Inquisitors were really all that.
Episode 4? No, they were dead.
Yeah. Were they all dead by episode 4?
Every single Inquisitor is dead after Rebels. Except for Reva. She's alive because of the Kenobi series, and she went to do something else. But she's no longer an Inquisitor. Every single Inquisitor is weak, and their entire purpose was to hunt weak Jedi. That's what they were instructed to do.
Jedi Fallen Order took place 3 years after Order 66, right?
Wait, pause. Jedi Survivor takes place along the same time as Obi-Wan Kenobi. So, logically saying, fifth brother, fourth sister, I think. I forgot the name of the new one. Fifth brother, fourth sister, third sister, Grand Inquisitor, they're still alive, but they're all focused on hunting Kenobi. So there aren't any Inquisitors going after Cal Kestis
as far as we know.
As we know, but I didn't see any in the trailer, and there aren't any that are strong enough because all the other ones are dead.
I have a question for you.
What's up?
Do you think that test tube baby is Starkiller?
No.
No?
No, I don't think that's Starkiller.
You don't think so at all? You don't think there's a chance?
No.
Starkiller after he gets murdered and the clone gets caught or whatever?
No, because those two games are not canon. They would have to make a whole entirely new story for the Starkiller thing. I mean even George Lucas hated the Force Unleashed games because, in his words, Starkiller was too powerful, and it made his vision of using the Force too cartoony. I get the purpose of it was to make us, the fans, feel happy that we could do all this with the Force, but that kind of power is reserved for, like, Vader and Vader alone.
Oh, okay.
Proof being he pulled down the fucking ship that was flying off, or even Ahsoka that was holding an even larger ship. She was holding it with the Force in the last 4 episodes of Clone Wars and whatever.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's not Starkiller. That's a new character. Which I hope eventually they do Starkiller canon because Sam Witwer wants to fucking play him, and I want him to be played, but that's another story. So yeah, the Jedi Survivor game looks fucking fantastic.
Yes.
I can't wait to play that.
Can't wait.
Maybe I'll buy it on launch. Yep.
Also has a release date. I believe that one's March 13th, right?
Damn, I gotta save my money. Yep.
March 13th. Yeah, so we got that. We're gonna have another episode. I'm gonna say our first Gamecast or our predictions episode for 2023 will be another Gamecast episode.
Sure.
And you can catch that January, sometime
when John
in January, maybe
actually
the first 2 weeks.
returns.
Yes. I have a lot of thoughts. I've been thinking about stuff. So much stuff has happened. Like, I have so many ideas to put in. I can't wait to be back and actually be recording more frequently again, streaming again, doing all this stuff. I just playing games again. I haven't been able to do anything. I've been playing Pokemon for an hour at night.
I'm so sorry. That sucks.
I sacrifice. It doesn't though, because Pokemon Violet is so fucking good. I don't
Pokemon.
understand why it's so good.
Because it's Pokemon.
It's just so much fun.
It's Pokemon though.
Yeah, but it's good Pokemon. Like it is the change that Pokemon needed to make the step towards to make their games relevant again. And given that this one technically, from a technical perspective, is not amazing, it's still a fucking good, addictive, fun game. And it feels like a good Pokemon game. It brought back that feeling. Like, I played Black and White. I played, what was it? Sun and Moon. I tried Sword and Shield. I've tried all the games between Platinum and Diamond Pearl up to where we are now. And none of them have gotten me more excited and motivated to play a Pokemon game than this one right now. The open world aspect of it is fucking awesome. You feel immersed in the world, that it feels real. It feels like Pokemon exist everywhere.
Well, that's good.
It's
always
good.
a good
I will
thing.
get more into that once I finish the game, and then once I beat Ragnarok. But I'll try to keep us on track because I'm getting fucking sidetracked now. There's just so much to talk about.
I'm organizing my notes, but next thing I have to talk about. Let's go right into it. Final Fantasy.
16.
Final Fantasy 16.
Take Joshua and get to safety.
I'm not going without you.
I'm going to hold the enemy here while you make your escape.
Your Highness! Run! No!
Clive!
Joshua!
Revenge is a weapon. I sometimes wonder if I am controlling it, or if it's controlling me.
matter how bitter the truth that awaits me, I will press on.
Good boy.
What do we do?
The usual. 13 years I've waited for this chance. I won't be dying today.
Come to me, Ep.3!
I'm sad because it's not going to come to PC for probably 4 years, kind of like all the other ones do, because Sony likes to be exclusive by their consoles, even though you can't because they're always out of fucking stock. But still, unless you beat the kid in line and then you make him cry like the meme goes. But still, I'm fucking excited because they're returning to high fantasy again. I don't mind that it's action in your face, kind of like how 15 was, minus the other party members. It looks fucking beautiful.
Oh, it does.
Ifrit looks fucking swole like he does in Final Fantasy X, which is great.
Did you see the nasty fucking particle effects in that trailer?
Oh my god, it was
They look
beautiful.
so fucking good.
Sick as
That
fuck.
shit, ugh.
I loved it.
Sony just needs to fucking buy up Square Enix. It just has to happen. We all know it's coming. Let's just put it out there. Let's put it out there so they can make it happen.
They totally fucking should. I'm really excited because I Final Fantasy is great. I played lots of them. I haven't played them all, but I'm really excited for this next one because a lot of the past Final Fantasy games have just been high tech and futuristic. Final Fantasy 15, high tech and futuristic. Final Fantasy 13, high tech and futuristic.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 12. That was
It was somewhere midway.
It was
like
about
steampunky.
midway, and then 10 was the last one that was like, it wasn't high fantasy. It was fantasy with a little bit of steampunky because of the Albed technology, but it wasn't over the top that it engrossed the entire effect of the thing. And then 9, I guess, was the last one that was truly high fantasy with castles and shit.
Yeah.
You know, and medieval time, Middle Ages times and what have you. So this one ties back into the entire purpose of it's Final Fantasy. It's a fantasy. So I'm really excited for how this game is gonna come out. Yep.
I am too. I know it's been talked about for a long time that these stories don't get dark enough. So having a nice dark revenge story for a Final Fantasy game just seems really fun, and I'm super hyped up. So just watching that new trailer got me even more hyped up, and now I'm just sitting here like, well, I'm glad I got a PS5. This makes me so much happier. Another one.
Oh, okay.
Another one. Another big announcement. The Cyberpunk DLC.
Idris fucking Elba.
Motherfucking Elba, dude.
Man, they already kicked ass with Keanu, and now they got fucking Idris Elba in there. Holy shit.
Idris Elba is like the kind of dude that every dude grows up wishing to be.
Oh, yeah. He's classy
He's
as
fucking
fuck.
nuts. This guy is
awesome.
insane. He's a successful actor, successful businessman. He's a fucking successful DJ, dude.
Oh, yeah. I've listened to some of his tunes.
This is
his work.
nuts.
He's good.
He's good at everything he does. Like,
hell yeah.
I can't wait to see what his performance in this game looks like because he's just phenomenal.
Yep.
Ever since I've seen him and I watched I watched that show Luther. I watched that Netflix little limited run he did for his DJ stuff called Charlie AO. What's Up Charlie or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And just good. Just really good at acting, no matter what role you put him in. Drama, action, just I guess for lack of a better word, slice of life. Like
even
it
a
works.
commercial with Booking.com. Fuck it, he's good.
I don't get it, but he looks like his character is gonna make a big change to this whole series, and I haven't finished 27/7 yet, so don't at me right now. I've got too much to do. I will get it done. I will play, and then I'll be ready for Phantom Liberty because it looks fucking good.
It looks fucking great. I am personally excited for Blue Protocol. A lot of people don't know what that is. It is an MMO that has been in the works for many years. I've kept my eye on it in the early alpha stages. I thought it was going to be whack, but they actually surprised me with the gameplay trailer. It's going to be an action RPG MMO ARPG, which those don't happen enough. Usually it's just you stand there, target, and you kill something. This one you got to get up in the face of your enemies and beat the shit out of them, kind of like in Black Desert, but hopefully less grindy. So I'm really excited for this.
One thing I noticed about that trailer was it looked like there was squad-based plays. So it looked like what they made it seem to be was there was 3 people in a squad, basically. It looked like grouping up was players of 3 with larger raid-style fights having multiple groups.
Which I'm okay with that. That's what Black Desert did. You'd have a team of 5 people, and in order for you to take down your enemies, you had to have multiple teams of 5 people, and you had to coordinate it that way. So I'm cool with that for this game. That should be fun.
Yeah. I just thought it was interesting. I don't typically see action RPGs go with squads of 3.
Yeah.
Typically a squad of 4 is your standard, but triple squad is a unique thing.
Yes.
How'd you feel about Baldur's Gate 3?
I am beyond elated, and so is Jose and Ryan, because we've been waiting for this fucking game for years. We're sick and tired of playing. Well, they're sick and tired of playing Divinity Original Sin 2 because we know everything about it. I just want to play it because it's fun.
Yeah.
But we've played it 4 times already. And we just want a new story. And Baldur's Gate 3, I'm so happy it's actually coming out next year. I thought it was going to take 4 years at the development rate they were going, but nope. This game is going to give me everything that I possibly could want, and it's going to warrant, because of how D&D is structured with character customization. We're probably going to play it 3 or 4 times before we get sick and tired of it, because we're going to have lots of character varieties versus Divinity. You can only do so much in Divinity's customization versus Baldur's Gate. Even with mods, there's drawbacks. We just want to play, like, for us, we want to have
the tailor-made experience.
Yeah, we don't want to mod it. Mods can happen later. Our first playthrough is going to be normal as fuck. The second playthrough, chaos. Kill everything and loot everything. But I'm very excited because I've been waiting for this sequel since I was a fucking teenager. Ever since I played the original Baldur's Gate 1, The Swords Coast, Throne of Baal, and Baldur's Gate 2. I didn't beat them because my computer was terrible, but I know the story thanks to YouTube. And on the same beat, I was happy when they decided to remaster the games and release them as the enhanced editions of Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, as well as Icewind Dale on PC about 10 years ago or whatever. But Baldur's Gate 3, very, very excited to play that shit. It's going to be a fantastic game. Larian is a great game studio. They don't fucking disappoint.
Abso-fucking-lutely. Just to round out these announcements real quick, we'll just do a quick lightning round of.
I was gonna say
unless you have another one.
No, I was gonna say the announcements.
How much more you got?
I have like 10 listed, but you can go.
I was just gonna run through them real quick. We got release dates for Street Fighter 6, another June release, June 2nd. We got Tekken 8 gameplay reveal, no release date yet, no release window, but we got a new look at the characters, and man, that game looks fucking fantastic.
Yes.
Holy shit. That shit looks good.
Yes.
I'm fucking jealous. I'm just like, damn, y'all went that route. Y'all went in. We also got
Meet Your Maker.
That Crash Team Rumble. Meet
Meet
Your Maker. Yeah.
Meet Your Maker is this game for everybody that doesn't know. I'll link the video, but it's basically fucking. It's in the style. I don't know what the game genre is. Maybe what Evolve is in Dead by Daylight, where you have one person versus the party.
It's an asymmetrical. It's an asymmetrical style game.
They need a different title for that.
1v4. I don't know.
1v4 style game.
Yeah.
And you have the one person building a fortress where you have the raiders. They're supposed to infiltrate your compound and steal the loot at the end. All while trying to survive and get through your numerous traps, obstacles, and fights and boss fights. And you die, you start over from the very beginning. So you have multiple tries. And the creator can stand there and alter everything at will as he or she tries to protect their loot in said building. I've been waiting for that to come out, so hopefully it's good.
Ever since it was announced, me and my friends, we were really big fans of Dead by Daylight, and this game is being made by the same studio that did Dead by Daylight.
Yep.
So when we saw this, we lost it because everyone had gotten tired of Dead by Daylight to an extent.
I haven't because I haven't played it enough. I need to play it with people. Fuck.
I think it's past its golden age, but I think it's still a good thing to sit around and play every once in a while. I'm just super excited for this game. This game seems so much fun. It is the perfect mix of action adventure or a first-person action game and a tower defense game.
Yeah.
It is so unique in the sense that I've never thought a game like this would exist in the mainstream like it is about to.
Yeah.
Like, it should be cool. I just need more. I want more. I need more.
But continue the lightning round. Yeah.
Lightning round. We got Crime Boss Rockay City.
Fucking Chuck Norris, baby,
you get
is
to play
in
a game
that.
with Chuck Norris. It's a high style game in a fictional version of Florida, and it looks like it's going to be some sort of stealth action first person shooter. So we'll see how it goes. You got Michael Rooker, Michael Madsen, Vanilla Ice, Danny Glover, Danny Trejo.
It's an all-star cast.
Yeah, super all-star cast. It's interesting. I really hope it turns out really good. I need more.
Me too.
It's coming from 505 Games, the people who did what was it? What was that game? Control, things like that.
Oh, okay.
It's from that publisher. We also had more The Lords of the Fallen gameplay.
Yes,
Last of
that
Us
is...
Part 1 got a release date.
Yep.
For PC. Returnal got an announcement for PC. The Game Awards stage got crashed during Elden Ring's Game of the Year speech by some kid.
What the fuck? Some French kid just walked up on stage with the group. Oh, video here, and he just stand in the background. Security didn't do anything, and then he goes to talk about fucking nominating Bill Clinton as his goddamn Orthodox rabbi for some reason, and then he gets arrested later. Good for him getting arrested. Get the fuck off the stage, you weirdo. The hell was that shit?
You saw those Twitter posts I sent you
from
Jeff Keighley's thing? Oh my god, I was laughing. The face that Jeff had when he was like staring to the side when the camera came back to him was just priceless.
Man.
Yeah, I would have been pissed too.
Stupid.
Finish out this lightning round so we can get on to the actual reward ceremonies.
Yeah, I can announce. Dune Awakening.
Yeah,
I'm excited for that.
Yeah,
it's fucking, that's Funcom, right? Yeah, that they did Conan. So it's going to be great to see a game in that universe as a survival game. I know one of my friends is really excited for that, so I can't wait to play that shit.
Me too.
Forspoken, not interested.
Forspoken's got a demo out, and I have it downloaded, and I cannot wait to play it. I honestly am super excited. Forspoken is still, right now, one of my hot take here, people.
Oh boy.
Forspoken is one of my video games that I think has a chance to go for Game of the Year next year. I'm super excited to try it out right now. I will be, you know what? I might have some time to stream it sometime this weekend. If I don't, I won't. But I will get around to getting that in, and we'll talk about it more when I come back in January.
Amazon Delivery Simulator 2.
Oh yeah, Death Stranding 2. Kojima had the best part about that whole thing was that Kojima-san had the whole thing written out, had it all ready, and then all of a sudden decided, hey, I don't want to predict the future again, so I'm gonna rewrite the whole fucking story. I guarantee you something's gonna happen, and he's gonna predict the future again, and it's gonna be the best thing in the world.
I don't know what you mean by predict the future. I just find that funny. But like, what
when he wrote Death Stranding, he wrote it before the pandemic happened. When he released it,
so the story,
pandemic happened.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah. So the whole thing. Yeah. So
it's
he
like
was like,
Simpsons.
I'm afraid. Yeah. He's Simpsoned the hell out of the world right now.
That's funny as fuck.
Another one that I want to point out that actually really caught my eye was Focus Entertainment's Banishers: Ghost of New Eden.
Yep, that looks good.
Very Witcher style looking game.
Yes.
In the sense of a hunter of sorts. It looks fucking cool. That trailer was nuts.
Beautiful.
Immortals of Avium. It looks exactly like fucking Avowed.
Immortal. Is that the sequel to the Ubisoft Immortals game?
No.
Oh, it's a different one. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I haven't played that one either.
Vampire Survivors is now available on mobile, and it'll be coming to console later next year.
Oh, good for them.
and the Dead Cells Return to Castlevania DLC. I have no idea what it's going to be like. It's got a new storyline, new bosses, 14 weapons, new biomes, over 50 original and reimagined Castlevania music tracks. I'm super excited. I love Castlevania. I love Dead Cells. This is like a dream come true for me. And then Wild Hearts. Sorry, last one, Wild Hearts.
Okay.
Knockoff ass fucking Monster Hunter from EA.
I was going to say, for me, Nightingale Realmwalker's Journey. That looks like a trailer here. That is going to be an interesting game. It's a survival game where you build up a basin or a living space, and you have to fight giant monsters with a twist, because somehow they're dressed like Victorian era people, which is weird because you don't usually have that in the wilderness and what have you. So I'm excited to see where that goes, and I'm probably going to buy that game and play that one. Horizon Burning Shores, that looks interesting.
Oh yeah, Burning Shores. I saw the Burning Shores DLC, and I said, "Damn it, dude! Now I've got to go buy.
I gotta fucking buy it." Yeah.
I was like, now I gotta buy it, and I thought it was on sale right now for Game Awards, but it's not. So I'm just gonna wait. I don't want to pay $70 right now, not for Horizon.
Shit.
Not to say Horizon's a bad game or a bad series. It's just I
haven't played the first one yet.
I spent too much money lately, and I have to wait a few weeks before I can spend another $70 on a video game.
Oh yeah, that's right. They're going to be 70 now. Ugh,
yeah.
God damn it.
Breaking news
there
from
hasn't
this week.
There hasn't been a price hike since we were in high school when games went from $50 to $60. Everyone was pissed back then. That was around PS3 and Xbox 360 era. Like holy shit.
And then PS4 came around. They hopped the price up again another $5 to $65. And then again when they came to the new generation, I'm gonna wait for
a sale.
I don't know when we'll ever hit that plateau, but I doubt it's anytime soon.
Nah, it's never, because everything is just going to keep increasing. Another game that looks interesting to me is called Wayfinder. Did you look at that?
Wayfinder,
the free to play game where you play character. The TLDR is become a Wayfinder and unlock powers as you choose your path and play style.
Yes.
Yeah, there
I
you
did
go.
see that one. Yeah,
that looks kind of interesting.
It looks
for
cool.
multiplayer. Yeah,
I wonder how it'll be. There is a closed beta on PlayStation and PC. So if you want to go to their website, playwayfinder.com, go ahead and check it out. Sign up for that closed beta and see if you can get in.
Looks good.
Because I think I'll sign up for it probably. I'll probably do it later today.
Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2.
Space Marine 2 looked nice.
Fucking for the God Emperor. It looks fucking good. It looks I need to play the first one, but this looks like a fun fucking game as an epic Space Marine just killing thousands and thousands of Tyranids all over the goddamn map and shit. So I'm excited for that game too.
I've never played any Warhammer games, but I've heard good things about most of them.
It has some of the best lore ever created in anything.
Brooks goes into high detail on the lore of Warhammer. He loves the Warhammer lores. It's great. He explained it to me once, and I was just like, "This is fucking insane."
I wish I got into it, but I couldn't paint the figures, so I didn't bother, and I didn't know anyone who could paint the figures, and I didn't want to pay for that either.
one of my good friends, my friend Louis, he actually does Warhammer still and stuff like that. So he's like super into it. He's super into the releases and all that stuff. Like he talks about it all the time, and he was talking about he got to play the what was that other one? The co-op shooter that just came out, Darktide?
Yeah, Darktide.
Yeah, he got to play the beta. Yeah.
It's out already, but
beta, right? Is it out?
Yeah.
Is it out?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's find out.
Yeah. It's $40.
Yeah.
It's out. Yeah. We're terrible at this.
He was playing. I have been busy, man. I haven't been able to keep up with as much as I wish I could.
Chaos Space Marines for life. Chaos. Anyway, continue. That's
what else?
all. I just have like just announcing like the awards.
Yeah. That's what I was going. That's what I was going to move to.
I'm just going to announce the important awards. But you can go.
Oh, well, I was just going to go through some of them too. Aside from the important ones, I was going to skip the esports ones because I don't know much. I don't know much about the categories, so I can't really give any input or any insight to that.
That's what I did. I started with the first one, best adaptation, which is the new category we talked about in a previous podcast.
Yes.
Arcane is the winner.
I
knew that was gonna happen.
I wish it wasn't. I felt like Edge Runners deserved that win. Edge Runners was so good, but Edgerunners is an anime, and that automatically puts it into its own subgenre that so many people aren't going to follow. If you haven't watched Edgerunners, if you haven't watched Cyberpunk Edgerunners, go watch it. You're missing out.
I'll watch
you
it
guys, you guys are missing out on such an
you watch
amazing
Edgerunners,
show.
Then play Cyberpunk because they have content now in Cyberpunk from the anime.
Yes, love seeing that. Honestly, though, good to see that Sonic the Hedgehog 2 got onto that list. I'm super surprised.
That was a great movie.
I'm super surprised Uncharted made the list over something else.
That was a terrible movie.
But it wasn't terrible. It was
had this
baseline.
discussion. Shush.
It was baseline. It was a flat 7. It was acceptable.
Nolan North was
it
the
wasn't
best part
great.
of that movie. That's it.
It wasn't great. It wasn't bad. It was just an action movie, exactly how you expect from it. So is it? Maybe they'll make it better moving forward with the next one. Who knows what happened? But congratulations, Arcane. That was a good show. I got like,
Sidebar. Fucking The Last of Us presentation in the award show was fantastic because they had, for the people that don't know, they had the original voice actors on stage with the actors for the HBO show. That
Troy
was
Baker
fucking
and Ashley
awesome.
Judd.
Yes.
Troy Baker and Ashley Judd, the original Joel and Ellie, and the HBO
Pedro
show.
Pedro
Pascal and Bella Ramsey.
Yep. That was fucking cool, and I didn't see that coming. I love, in my opinion, I love how actors and voice actors are more coming together more in terms of video games and stuff, and just appreciating this world. Because before, actors would just, they'd glaze over a video game. I don't want to do a fucking video, or even a TV show. I mean, they wouldn't want to do a TV show, but now fuck it, everyone's gonna love it. So yeah,
just to talk on that too is just like look at Christopher Judge's speech for his award. That shit was like 7 fucking 8 minutes long, but he explained a lot about how like if they had approached him for this game 10 years ago or something like that, he would have not even like double glanced at it.
Exactly,
he would have just
because
passed it up.
they
He would
didn't
not
think
have
it
gotten
was
to
serious work.
No. Yeah,
but now the industry's bigger than ever, and it's
the
like
medium has changed, and that's that's all that is going to keep happening. The medium is going to constantly change. Like eventually one day I do assume that we'll move into a VR space and we won't play games classically anymore. And it won't be maybe in the next 10, 15, 20 years. But by the time we're almost dead, I guarantee you VR will be so advanced that it will be precursors to an age that looks at us like we're an Atari 2800,
I'd be excited for that too. VR space. But anyway, the next one I noticed was Best Art Direction, Elden Ring. That one's pretty good.
That one deserved it.
Yes.
Best Art Direction for that. Its contenders in that series. Excuse me. Were hold on, I'm scrolling up because you're going in some weird ass order.
I'm just going in what I saw and what I pulled out because there's some that I didn't give a shit about. I need to pee, but yeah, fuck. Can I go pee?
Hold it.
No, we gotta take a break. I can just cut this in post.
Yeah, go take a break.
It's the coffee. Shit.
I'd like to take this moment to thank you all for tuning in. I know it's been a couple tough months. We haven't been putting out content, but just want to give you guys a big thank you for tuning in every time we do put in on an episode. I know it's been a little less than constant, but we're gonna make sure to get back to that once we get back from break in January. So hope you guys enjoyed the Game Awards. It was a freaking awesome time. There's a lot to talk about on it. There's a lot to talk about with next year. So many things coming out. But if you didn't know and you're halfway through this episode and you somehow missed the first 10 minutes of it, this is the For the Geeks Gamecast. This is episode 3, our TGA 2022 recap. Thank you very much for tuning in. You can find us on all sorts of things everywhere. On Instagram, on Twitter, @ForTheGeeks.
Fucking talking to
with 2
nobody,
S's.
aren't you?
And
Okay.
now that we're back, we'll skip that little ad break and go back into this. So, Best Art Direction.
Elden Ring. Yep.
Elden Ring. It went up against some pretty interesting competition. 2, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, guaranteed to be on this list. Scorn. Super shocking nomination.
Yes.
I was very excited to see it on there. I think it definitely deserved the Best Art Direction nomination.
Fantastic art direction.
It was great.
Yeah.
Very squelchy.
Very
pustily.
H.R. Geiger and Beksinski, which are 2 of my favorite artists. Very. How do I explain how their artwork is? They put a lot of emphasis on bones, as in like your skin your skin deforms to it just gets sucked in to pronounce the bones, and they do he does Baskinski does that with the art a lot, and H.R. Geiger is more the Xenomorph was created because of him and whatnot. So for Alien. So I'll get in. That's a whole other conversation. But I'm very happy that it got nominated because it was a beautiful looking game. It was creepy and good. Yeah. Best narrative award went to.
Let me scroll around to find it. Let's not just breeze through them.
Well, hurry the fuck up.
Hold on.
Best narrative.
Wait, hold on. I don't even know where it is on this list.
Puta madre.
I don't know where you get these lists. I don't know where you
I
order
made the
them.
list by watching the fucking stream live.
You said best narrative?
Best narrative. Yes.
Okay. So
do you found it?
Yeah, I found it.
God of War Ragnarok.
For outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a game. And God of War Ragnarok went up against games like Elden Ring, A Plague Tale Requiem, which apparently everyone loves, and I just haven't gotten around to playing yet.
I'm not gonna play
Horizon Forbidden West and Immortality. I am shocked. I know that God of War should have been in the whole winner for this one, but I shit you not, I thought Immortality was going to steal away with this one. Immortality is a FMV style video game. It's a found footage game where you go through and play through a story and try and find out what happened to this girl throughout her career as an actress.
That's interesting.
Everything about the game that has been spoken of is phenomenal. Okay. Absolutely stunning. You can play this game actually on Netflix through your mobile app.
What the hell?
If you have Netflix on your phone and you want to play something that is highly touted, highly lauded, very, very well done, I suggest you go check out Immortality. It is also on the Xbox Game Pass, PC Game Pass. Please check it out because this game is getting terribly undersold by the industry, and it absolutely needs to be given a bigger spotlight. But congratulations to that team for making it onto Best Narrative. They definitely deserve that win. God of War stole it away. God of War Ragnarok, amazing. Absolutely phenomenal.
Come to PC already. But yeah, next one is best...
Slow down there, buddy.
I'm announcing the title first before the actual game, bitch. The award is best simulation or sim game / strategy game.
Oh, hold on. Interesting that you went with that one.
Because it stood out to me
There
as
it
a
is.
what the fuck award.
No, okay, I remember this one.
So the winner is Mario and the Rabbids.
Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope is actually a really, really good game.
How the fuck is that a strategy simulation game?
Have you played it?
Nope.
It's basically XCOM, but Mario and Rabbids.
Okay, now that explains everything.
It is an XCOM style game in which you put together a team of Marios and Rabbids. Throughout the map, there are these things. There are these little sparks that you can get that allow you to do special moves. You can pick up your characters and toss them. There's all sorts of neat little things about this game that make it so unique as a strategy game that I'm just shocked it beat out a true strategy game like Total War Warhammer 3. That shocked the shit out of me.
Yeah, a lot of people like that game too. Fucking
if you had given me this list before and told me to force me to pick a winner on this, I would have not thought Mario and Rabbids would have made it. I would have thought it would.
I wouldn't have thought either.
Warhammer 3.
Fuck. Yep, I agree.
Not even Doom Spice Wars. Spice Wars is supposedly a really good sim strategy,
But not a lot of people knew about it, or
It did have a kind of like quiet drop, but a lot of people did play it. It was mostly, I believe, on Steam, mostly positive reviews currently. But yeah, congratulations to the team for Mario and Rabbids. They did it. They did the damn thing. Like it came out well. It came out good enough that people were into it. Like shit, I'm proud of them. Can't be mad at that. It's a Switch game. A fucking Switch game, dude.
That's impressive.
Nuts that a Switch game. I would have never thought a Nintendo game would have won that. I'm just shocked by that one.
Next award is best community support that I found
best
interesting.
community support.
Hands down, I agree with this.
I would have hands down picked that. Off the bat, I
Final
was picking
Fantasy 14. Now, we both have played this game.
Yep.
It is the most new player friendly and just overall in general the least toxic environment I've ever come across in the history of video games. Every single person you run into in the game is nice for the most. Actually, yeah, everyone's nice. I've never been an asshole in the game.
Yeah.
And there's an entire system called the mentor system built around helping new players, aka sprouts, or just players in general.
Yeah.
Those people work their ass off to make their character at a certain level to get the mentor tag, and they enjoy helping other people. You don't see that in any other video game community ever. You have like Call of Duty, all the kids hate each other. All the adults hate each other. League of Legends, everybody hates each other.
Dude, League of Legends has the most toxic fucking community.
My God,
and I can't ever stop talking about how bad those people are as human beings.
They're
it is a great game.
I was one of them.
Your community is it. Shit fucking pyre.
It was that, I fucking hated that shit. But Final Fantasy 14, they have a very intricate, helpful Discord that you can go through and seek help anywhere on anything. You can find groups to help you do shit like no tomorrow. Even if some content is dead in the game, there are people on Discord that will fucking help you out with that shit. Like, my friend, like, Jose and Ryan told me there's this content called DR and Baja. I don't know the name of DR. It's dead in the game. I sat there for like an hour one day trying to get in. There were 6 people. But there's a Discord for that, which you can find in the Final Fantasy XIV Discord. So, congratulations to Final Fantasy XIV on getting the Best Community Support Award. Great job.
Definitely deserved.
That's one of the... What?
Only other one on that list that I think could have possibly won that would have been No Man's Sky. Just the amazing support that studio has put into that game just to get it to where it's at, to make it such a 180 from what a terrible launch it was to what kind of beloved game it is now. I think that No Man's Sky definitely had the fight in it to win that award.
Star Wars Battlefront 2, the same thing happened. Both those games released like shit. They did a 180, and everyone fucking praised the company for it because they learned their fucking lesson on their mistakes. So, but yeah, great to Final Fantasy 14. The next one, we already actually talked about this earlier. You can mention the competitors. Best multiplayer game.
Yes. Oh, I love this. This one I love.
Splatoon 3 caught me off guard. I even messaged Simon, my Nintendo expert. I'm like, why the fuck did this win the fucking best multiplayer game? He's like, I have no idea.
I have no fucking idea.
He has no fucking idea either. He said it's, I mean, well, I don't think he's played it, but most people that played it, they enjoy playing it. I've only seen footage of it. It looks like a fun game to just pick up and dick around in. I mean,
it's a Splatoon game. It's a kiddie, fun... quirky little like semi-shooter. You know, you go, you paint the town red, and then whoever paints it better wins. I was surprised. I definitely thought it was between Multiversus and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, just because. Big multiplayer games, big name games, very very mainstream, very
AAA,
very accessible to people, especially by name. Shocked.
Because if
this
you
was
go
probably
around,
the most. I want to say this was the most like
surprising
upset of a win in the whole series.
Yeah, because if you go around, like I ask people ask me, do you play video games? I'm like, yeah. Like, do you play Call of Duty? That's all they say. Everyone starts off with, you play Call of Duty, and I say no. Nobody goes, do you play Splatoon? So it's like, what the fuck? That's how you. This is proof you know it wasn't rigged. Because no one's fucking heard of this game, or they don't care about it, and yet it won the fucking award. So they couldn't have paid for the award. Like that would have been
half the general population, half the general public, the like consumer side of video games didn't even know Splatoon 3 existed. Probably.
Nope.
The critics knew. Everyone knew. We all knew it existed. Those of us that can't pay attention to this, we knew. But we did not think it was going to win.
No, that's total out of fucking left field.
I invite the one person out there in the industry that thought Splatoon 3 was going to win this, and I invite them onto the show. I want you to come. I want you to come and explain to me how you thought that was going to win.
How did you know?
Sure, the Overwatch 2 community is very mad about what Overwatch 2 is, but it's still a good multiplayer game, and it's still a lot bigger than Splatoon 3. Like, come on.
Overwatch 2.
That was actually my... honestly, of all the categories, that one was the one I liked the most. I enjoyed the winner of that one the most just because it was such a fucking upset.
The next one, most anticipated game.
Oh, this one was a shoe-in
This one,
win.
I knew it was gonna fucking happen.
Absolute shoe-in win. It happens every time.
Oh,
Breath
yeah.
of the Wild came out. What was the most anticipated? Breath of the Wild announced. What was the most anticipated game? Breath of the Wild.
Yep,
Next,
and now
the
this
very
one, Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. Yep.
Now let's remember. Very next year, after it was most anticipated, what did it do? It went to the Game Awards. It won Game of the Year. It's insane. It is
That they predict the future
phenomenal.
for sure.
Absolutely shocking. But Starfield being on there, very good to have a nomination for most anticipated game. I do highly anticipate that game.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 4 Remake, I know what to expect to an extent.
yeah.
To an extent. It is the best Resident Evil game to most people. So being able to play a remade version of it like we have with RE2, RE3 remakes makes it exciting, makes it fun, you know? But Tears of the Kingdom has to be that winner. It just had to be. There was no way anyone else was going to beat that. We've been waiting for this game for way too fucking long. There's no way.
The next one, this game is the award title is Best Action Game. This one also caught me off guard, and
really
we didn't mention this. This game will also have a Origin game that looks nothing like this game, and so the Best Action Game award goes to Bayonetta 3 with the new game coming out that is not in the award thing, but is Bayonetta Origins, Cereza, I don't know how to say her name.
Yes.
Cereza and the Lost Demon. A completely new take on the series explaining the character from a very young age. So you can look forward to that on Nintendo. But congratulations for Bayonetta 3 for winning Best Action Game of the Year.
Congratulations. Definitely didn't think that one was going to win either.
Yeah,
Again, what an upset.
Jeez.
I would have honestly, I would have given flowers for Sifu at this point. That's what it would have been.
Yeah, because there was a lot of hype around Sifu. I knew people that played it and they really liked it. It looked good. I never got around to playing it.
Yeah.
Or buying it.
I mean, yeah, Bayonetta 3, good for that. I didn't really have any big bets in there. I would have loved to see Neon White get an award for anything because it was a good game. But it is what it is. Same thing with Sifu.
Yeah.
Sifu definitely deserved a lot this year. It didn't get it. It is what it is, but they got snubbed. That was my big snub. Sifu was my big snub this year. They got snubbed out of a lot of fucking awards that they could have earned.
That they did. I agree with you on that account. The next award title is Best Score and Music. This one I didn't expect, but I also I kind of expected because I know who the composer is.
Okay.
Bear McCreary accepted the award for God of War Ragnarök. For those of you who don't know, Bear McCreary, he started out and he became really famous for the Battlestar Galactica 2004 reimagined series soundtrack, and he moved on to a show called he did Black Sails. He did the music for Black Sails. He even did the soundtrack for that shitty TV show on Amazon, Rings of Power, and now he did it for this. This guy is fucking talented. He also did the music for Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which is fantastic. So this guy deserves the shit out of that award. He's an amazing composer, one of my favorite ones in existence. So congratulations, Bear. And that's a cool name, Bear, for crying out loud.
He did very good, very, very good.
Yes,
he won a BAFTA Games Award for God of War 2018 as well.
Yes,
he won a primetime. He was a primetime Emmy nominee, and he won a primetime Emmy for creative arts.
Yep, you see, he's really good.
He's good. He is a well-respected, well-storied veteran, well-renowned veteran in music creation. Good for him. Congratulations.
Yes.
I loved that he was out there on stage for the snow, Blood on the Snow when Hosier played, and he was just headbanging the shit out of his fucking hurdy-gurdy, dude. Up there on a hurdy-gurdy.
That fucking
the last
song
fucking
played.
Last instrument I expected him to walk out on stage with. What the fuck, dude?
When that performance came on the stream, I was like, okay, this is the reason I need to fucking play this game. The music alone is fantastic. I texted Sean, who fucking loves the shit out of the God of War series, and he's like, you gotta play it, Seeger. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Have you played the original or the 2018 one?
No. I need to wait for it to go on sale, and I'm poor, so I'm waiting for that one. I only kind of played the original on PS2 for a little bit, and I played the PSP one.
The original, the trilogy, it sets a lot up for the story, but if you jumped right into 2018, I don't think you would miss out on so much that you would miss out on information you needed.
That's fine.
I know what I'm getting you for Christmas, at least.
Oh, thank God. But the next game, of course, best role-playing game of 2022, Elden Ring.
Yes, of course, absolutely, 100%,
Yep.
hands
100%, hands down.
Nothing else deserved that win. Not as much as Elden Ring did in terms of role-playing game. The last time we've had a Western RPG up on the best role-playing game category has been a long time, and a long time coming, up against some absolute bangers, like some absolute hand-in-hand veterans in the RPG world. You've got Live Alive, which is a remake from the original Live Alive on the Super Nintendo. An old Squaresoft game.
Okay.
Now Square Enix. You had Triangle Strategy, another one that was absolutely stunning, art-wise, gameplay-wise, a very Final Fantasy Tactics-inspired game. Pokemon Legends Arceus, okay, maybe not so much a JRPG, but still, I guess it was pretty good. It was a good game. Don't get me wrong. Just not.
So I've heard. Yeah.
As amazing as it could have been. And then Xenoblade Chronicles 3, a game nominated for Game of the Year. Which shocking put for best RPG. And got put in there and it didn't win. That has to hurt. But
did you play that one?
I haven't. I actually have it, but I haven't started it.
Have you played the other two?
No, but they are not chronological. It's very much Final Fantasy style.
Okay, I only heard the first one's great, the second one's shit. So that's all I've heard. But
I've heard that the third one is actually really good. I just again,
I need to switch.
Too many games, not enough time.
Exactly. Fucking work, adulting.
Yeah.
But
yeah, congratulations to Elden Ring. I mean, From Software, just fucking phenomenal. They did a bang up job. That
you
game.
don't know how to disappoint people. It's great. Next game award, best action adventure game. Of course, God of War Ragnarok. It's fucking kick ass. It's
absolutely.
I don't have to play it to know it's fucking kick ass. God of War alone, it just warrants. Okay, this game's fucking badass. Just by hearing the fucking name. So, yes, congratulations for them as well, winning that award.
Yes. The defining nature of that is for the best action-adventure game combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving.
Super
so
long.
that gives you more insight into why things like Stray was on that list. Tunic.
Yeah.
Really good games, both. Stray and Tunic, don't get me wrong. Plague Tale Requiem, heard nothing but good things about it still haven't played it, but have heard nothing but good things. Yeah, good on them. Of the parts I've played in God of War Ragnarok so far, I've enjoyed them. The puzzles that I've had to complete are not so difficult. What's the word? Not so difficult that I need to focus on it completely, but it's not so easy that I can just walk right through it and not have to think about it.
Yeah.
The puzzles seem fun. The way that they're presented to you are engaging to a gamer. It's not just click, push, pull. It is very much like, I got to make sure I have this here, this and that, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to throw out any spoilers or anything because I still haven't beaten it, so I don't want anyone to fuck it up for me. But
yeah.
Good on them. God of War Ragnarok just sweeping this year.
Oh yeah.
That's just goes to show. One I'm gonna call out that I don't think you called out, but I need to call out because
please don't let it be one of those weird ones that are like, what the fuck is
awesome.
This shit? Okay.
This award category was something I called as soon as the game dropped, and I'm so happy it won. Best mobile game, Marvel Snap. Absolutely fucking phenomenal game. One of the best card games I have played in ages. I haven't been this addicted to something since I played Hearthstone. And given it is a team
Did you not play Magic the Gathering the Arena?
Old Hearthstone devs. I did, but Magic isn't the same if it's not physical to me.
Wow. Okay.
I got back into Yu-Gi-Oh! I got back into Magic. I played them both, but when it's mobile, when it's a console game, it just doesn't feel the same. These kinds of games, because they aren't traditional card games in that sense, make it more interesting for me. Okay. So having Marvel Snap win not only with being somewhat brand new compared to the rest of them, but taking down the titan that is Genshin Impact was a standout thing. Same thing, I would say, for best esports game. The best esports game winner this year went to Valorant, which congratulations, Valorant.
I saw that
you guys
coming.
Did
It's a fun game.
Fucking job. But I did not see the win for them coming. I honest to God saw League of Legends taking that shit again. Because League of Legends
is League of Legends.
People
fucking
when you
love
think
that
of
shit.
esports, you think League of Legends. Most of the time, people think League of Legends. Now people will think Valorant.
Yeah.
And I'm all for it. Valorant's a great game. It's a good combination of tactical shooter and hero-based shooter. And it's super fun. Super difficult. Super, super fun. I don't care about the rest of the esports categories because I don't know anything about them. Yeah. But I will put in the what do you call it? I will put in the. Well, I forget what the phrase is.
One more award.
Which one?
Oh, best ongoing game. This one, obviously, I saw coming as soon as the fucking name of the award came out.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 14. Again, best fucking community ever, and basically one of the best fucking ongoing games ever created. It's a great fucking MMORPG. If you guys haven't played it and you want to play it, you can play it up to level 60 for free. Before you have to subscribe. It's a fantastic game. The only unfortunate thing is the first 50 levels have terrible story because I didn't give a shit about it. But I mean, if you can muster through it like John here can, then so be it.
Some people like it. Some people like it. That's all I'm saying.
Like 3. But overall, the game is a fantastic game. If you're looking for a game with millions of people playing it and with excellent story. No, you don't have to worry about gear catch-up gaps like heavy PvP, and you're just into killing monsters and not so much other players and shit. And you want a fantastic emotional roller coaster. Final Fantasy 14 is the game for you guys, and is the only MMO I know of that has a unique crafting system that allows you to focus on normal and high quality items. There is no other MMO I know in existence that has you focus on a high quality version of an item that just doesn't exist, and play a mini game at that while crafting. Usually you just hit a button, auto crafts. Final Fantasy 14, you have to plan out how you're going to craft said item so it can have the highest quality imaginable for either a mission completion or for putting it up on the market board. Anyway, congratulations to Square for Final Fantasy 14 again.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And now you can do the rest.
What was I going to say? Let's see. So we will go to best sports racing game. Kind of a I don't know, dead category, you would say. It was, it wasn't big enough to be on an on-stage category award, but Gran Turismo 7 winning, that's a huge thing for racing games and racing sims in general.
Oh, yeah.
Especially for a hardcore racing sim like Gran Turismo. Going up against games that are so well-known, so renowned, like NBA 2K, FIFA. I'm glad a racing game won. I love racing games. I've always loved racing sims. Seeing Gran Turismo get that win makes me happy. Seeing Ollie World on that fucking list makes me happy, because you know what that means? That means people are looking at indies. And which leads me to my next category, best debut indie. This one was awarded to Stray, so congratulations, as well as the best indie game. Personally, I think best debut indie game was a giveaway. I'm real mad about that one. I think Vampire Survivors deserved that one. I love Vampire Survivors for what kind of tiny, small game it is and how addicting it can be. It deserved a debut indie win right there. Best indie game, Stray, I get it. Of all the double A's we've had this year, Stray was the definite winner. I think its only competition in that regard would have been Sifu or Cult of the Lamb. But, I mean, Stray was just so good. It was a fun game. It's the best cat simulator you could ever play, realistically.
Essentially, yeah. Yep.
And good for them, because I don't think Stray deserve to be on the Game of the Year talk just for what it was. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
until our outlet becomes critical enough that we can get invitations to be on the voting process for this, it's not gonna fucking matter.
Mm-hmm.
But the next award that was given out was the first award of the night, which personal favorite was best performance. Now this one was a very, very tough pick. I think the only odd person out on this list was Sonny Suljic for his portrayal of Atreus in God of War Ragnarok. But everyone else, Ashley Birch for Aloy in Horizon Forbidden West, Charlotte McBurney for A Plague Tale Requiem, Christopher Judge for Kratos in God of War Ragnarok, and Manon Gage.
We announced that at the beginning.
No, we talked about his speech. We didn't talk about him winning.
Yeah.
This award started off our whole night with Game Awards. And the biggest thing about this award was the fact that Jeff Keighley got such a highly, highly renowned actor such as Al Pacino to come out on stage and give this award.
Yeah.
Christopher Judge won, obviously, for God of War Ragnarok, and for a very good reason. That game is just narratively the definition of what a character development should look like in video games.
Yep.
Christopher Judge is an amazing actor. He is, if you don't know who Christopher Judge is, I cannot remember the name of his character. He was the dude from Stargate SG-1, or Stargate, the movie. What was his character name in it?
I'll look it up right here. You keep talking.
Yeah. So Christopher Judge has been an actor for a long, long time. He was approached by Cory Barlog back in 2016, something like that, to take the role of Kratos for the 2018 version of God of War. In his lengthy speech, he went in to explain how Cory came up to him and brought him on, and how him and the team became so close, such good friends, such good family, basically. And moving on to God of War Ragnarok with Cory leaving the production as director and telling him, hey, Eric, I believe his name's Eric Williams, absolute beast, like, you gotta like trust me on this. I vouch for him. And Christopher Judge almost walked away from the project altogether when Cory left.
The character Teal'c or whatever. Teal with the hyphen and C. That's the name of the character from Stargate.
Okay. I can't pronounce that.
I
cannot remember how to pronounce it. But he was in Stargate.
Hold on, sidebar. His other roles that I know him from, he was Magneto in X-Men Evolution. He's the one with the
voice
super
acting, that's right. Yeah.
Yep, the super badass deep fucking voice. Anyway, continue.
But yeah, Christopher Judge walked it. Definitely deserved that. Definitely earned that award. Yeah, I mean, shit. Against everyone else, like there was no question about it. It was, if there was anyone on that list that deserved that award as well, it was Manon Gage for her role in Immortality. I'm just blown away because this year had just so many crazy matchups.
Yes.
And God of War swept, as shows, quality shows.
Yes.
And aside from getting best score and music, God of War Ragnarok also offstage won the best audio design.
Mm-hmm.
And that went up against a game like Gran Turismo 7 with some of the most amazing car sounds that have been put into a video game, and Horizon Forbidden West, a game that literally imagines what a robotic dinosaur would sound like and puts it in your face. It's great. Like it's good to see. I know Call of Duty is really well known for their audio design as well, and I'm glad God of War won.
Yeah.
There's just something great about it. And then we went over best narrative. We went over best art direction. So here we go. Let's get to the top two. I think we've gone over most of them. Most of the ones that I think mattered most to us.
Yeah.
Best fighting game. There wasn't really a big, for me as a fighting game like lover, a fighting game like Stan. The category this year wasn't all that great. Multiversus, I want to say deserves it. I want to see Multiversus more in the mainstream fighting world.
As do I. Yeah.
I think the rest of the critics in the industry need to get a recap on what a fighting game is, because Sifu shouldn't be on this fucking list.
No, that doesn't. No,
But given there was a lack of fighting, a definitive lack of big new fighting games this year. Of the ones on there, DNF Duel did have the most problems at launch and continuously in terms of their support and in their ranking systems and the way that online works. I think King of Fighters 15 should have maybe gotten that award. It was the only one on that list that was a true classic fighting game, and also probably deserved that that award other than Multiversus. So only thing I take away from that is next year we're going to have much more to talk about, because I think Tekken 8 might release like next year late.
That'd be
and
cool.
We'll have it up against Street Fighter 6, and seeing what Street Fighter 6 does with this new system will be very exciting.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the last two categories then we have to talk about.
You just
which is
said last two and then this.
Best Game Direction, awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. Winner, Elden Ring.
Yep.
Now, obviously, that one was a shoe-in win.
Yes.
Coming down to creative, as the category describes itself and defines itself, outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. If you look at it, God of War Ragnarok is an amazing game, but it is just a continuation of God of War 2018. Horizon Forbidden West, just about the same thing. You add in a couple new gimmicks, a couple new things, but it is essentially still a Horizon Zero Dawn. Immortality and Stray, definitely hands up in there in terms of what game direction and design would be, especially for Immortality. Stray, a really good cat sim, again, but coming up against a game that has defined a genre of what a Souls-like is, creating its own genre, and making it something new, something brand new, something epic and creative, such as an open world game, having its Breath of the Wild moment, as a lot of people say, its Skyrim moment. In terms of game design and direction, it definitely is the hands down winner.
Yeah.
When's the last time you had a game that told you, yeah, this is where you're going to go? By the way, you're going to pick up a couple side quests on the way that you don't know are side quests yet. And you're going to get pulled into these random stories that tell you to go somewhere else. And you're just going to have to figure out how to get there and how to find the next part. But have fun exploring the rest of this world that we've created meticulously for you. I haven't had a game that's just genius like that. It's
good. I hope there are more games out there that do that instead of just completely fucking linear.
Yeah. But I mean, there are games that do that in a sense, but this was like to a new level, like this was no handholds. This was nothing. Like you get shit from us, buddy.
Yeah, it was just more sandboxy in that aspect.
But there was but even then, sandbox, you still have guidance in most games.
No, Minecraft doesn't have any guidance, and that's a sandbox.
Minecraft's different.
or
Minecraft
even Breath of the Wild. There's like you can go straight to fucking Ganon at the beginning. of the game.
You can go straight to Ganon, but with that, it's an icon based sandbox action adventure quest game. You get a quest and it gives you a direction to go. It tells you where to go. Elden Ring, you get the quest, you get the main quest. It kind of tells you where to go. You get any of the side quests, good luck on figuring out what to do next. You're probably going to stumble upon it by accident. Like there was no direction for you to go. There was nothing to tell you what your next step was in anything but the main quest, and that I think is what gives it such creative vision.
Okay.
The fact that it entrusted its players to be able to get into the world and actually explore it to find these things. It's super amazing, and congratulations to Elden Ring. And then we move on to Game of the Year.
Game of the Year.
I know we brought it up before at the beginning of the show, but it deserves a second round of applause. Elden Ring wins as Game of the Year, and its competition for this was God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, A Plague Tale Requiem, Stray, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Stray, congratulations on getting a nomination. That team did so much good work. I'm surprised they made the nominations. Horizon, God of War. I called God of War making this list. I knew it was going to make this list before it even came out. I said it. As soon as we knew it was bound for this year, I knew it was going to make the nominations. A Plague Tale Requiem, again, this nomination is what put that game really put it on my map. To get a nomination for something, I don't hear too many people talking about, it means somebody somewhere is enjoying this game so much that the critics are voting for it.
Yeah.
Even critical reception, like there wasn't a big coverage on it, this and that. I was just super, super surprised, and now I have to go play it. So here I am. But yeah, Elden Ring, winner. Definitely. Recognizing a game that delivers the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields. Its only competition on this list was God of War Ragnarok.
Yeah, basically.
And again, my biggest gripe with what God of War Ragnarok is that it is just more God of War 2018. There are changes to the gameplay. There are no major changes to the gameplay, but there are changes to the systems in combat. But you are essentially getting a continuation of what is an amazing game, which is another amazing game. If Elden Ring hadn't been on this list, I guarantee God of War would have won that.
Yes.
But Elden Ring was, as I just explained in that last section, just too much of something different. Too different, too genre-breaking,
very unique.
Too unique.
Super unique. That's what wins. Yeah.
There was no way. And as soon as the Game of the Year nomination came up and they put it up on the stage, I was sitting there with bated breath because I was almost positive God of War was going to steal it away with recency bias, and I was like, no, don't do this to me. Elden Ring deserves this. From Software deserves this. And congratulations to Miyazaki. Congratulations to all the people that worked hard on this game at From Software. You guys made a defining title in your series of games that is going to stand the test of time and forever change the landscape of games that are made that way. So I'm absolutely impressed. Elden Ring, I played nonstop for the first half of this year. And I still have to go back and play more of it. I'm not even finished. Like, I finished the main story. I've got so much more to do in that game. That game is just so expansive and immersive and massive.
Yeah.
And it's just a good fucking game. But I mean, yeah. That was Game Awards this year. Those were the announcements. Those were the winners.
You didn't bring up the game you threw your fucking phone across the room for almost. Remnant 2.
Well, that announcement, that one's more of a later on announcement to talk about. But I was super excited for this game called Remnant. It did come out previously. It is a Gearbox game. It is a looter shooter, a third-person looter shooter with Souls-like qualities. It's a very difficult game. It's a very fun game to play with your friends, but they announced a sequel to it, and I'm super excited for that. Personally, that's one of my big, super cool games that is going to make it to my super cool list for 2023. Other than that, I think I've covered just about everything.
The Super Mario teaser was interesting, which I'll put here in the video, because it answered the question, the fuck is up with those pipes? I've always wanted to know, I'm like, where the fuck is the rest of the pipe? The pipe just goes into the bricks, and then it's like, okay, he just comes out another pipe. In the video, this bitch gets sucked into like a glass tube, and he just gets all the way up to another pipe. It was Mario lore I wasn't expecting to learn. I thought that was fucking hilarious.
That was pretty cool.
I love when studios do shit like that. It's like, what the fuck? I would have never thought of that.
I would have laughed if it was just a teleportation and he freaked out about how he moved. That would have been
that too.
That would have been
like,
comedic.
How'd I get here?
Like, how'd I do this? What's going on? Where am I? Oh man.
And in that teaser too, there's 4 different Super Mario themes that are playing remastered. There's the overworld theme from Super Mario World. There's Toad's house from Super Mario 3. There's the Super Mario Brothers theme, and then there's the underworld theme, which you go. That's when you're underground, beneath the when you're underground in the Super Mario game.
Yeah.
Like that kind of music. I thought that was fantastic. So, I'm a little more excited to see the turn my brain off and watch the Mario movie now. Even though I gave it shit on the first trailer, the second trailer made me change my mind, and so did this teaser here. I'm just like, fuck it, I'm gonna watch. Oh, and sorry, 5, the Bomb King or Field. Yeah, that theme was also playing in
first level in Super Mario 64.
Oh yeah, so you can listen to all that in the video. But yeah, those are all the things that I needed to mention.
Okay. So I guess rounding it up, you gave it a 4 out of 5. Of the years I've watched Game Awards, of the years I've watched Summer Game Fest, any award show, Gamescom, everything, I have not been this blown away by, number one, the presentation, the production, and the overall aesthetic of a convention or of an expo of this nature, of an award show of this nature, especially for video games. Like, this is something I would expect to see for the Oscars, something I would expect to see for Emmys, something for a big upscale thing. And Jeff Keighley has done such an amazing job, an amazing fucking job of creating a production that we can be proud of as gamers. And you know, it took him stepping away from the from E3. It took him stepping away from one of the major organizations in North America that basically ran the industry to make something this freaking awesome. And I, hands down, I'm gonna give it a 5. I'm giving it a 5 out of 5. It was, the announcements were so well kept that everything shocked me and surprised me. The ones that were announced that we knew of beforehand were good enough to keep me excited for them anyways, because the story reveal, the trailers, everything, it was just good. The amount of special guests, just the amount of ideas and creative use for everything. Even the medley, the orchestrated medley for Game of the Year this year wasn't necessarily amazing compared to like some of the older years, but it was still just hands down phenomenal. Absolutely amazing work. And on a special note, LA Philharmonic will be doing a 10 years of video games concert next year in, I believe, May, I think it was said. I can't remember. But keep an eye out for that, because that's going to be something special. But yeah, 5 out of 5. 5 out of fucking 5. What a fucking show.
What a fucking show. That was pretty good. I only give it a 4 out of 5 because there were some award categories that
don't appeal to you.
Nobody fucking cared about. Like, I was watching on the Twitch and they were giving it shit, which I'll talk to you off air about.
Yeah.
But like, there were games mentioned for these categories that nobody gave a shit about on the regular. It's like, it's fine that, you know, they're getting a representation, but nobody cares about that. Just move it along. Go to the big categories. I don't want to hear about these. There were really some games I have never heard of in there. They were like visual novel type games that were reviewed.
Which one?
I don't know. I can't.
I'm like, which one are you talking about?
Hold on, let me look it up. TGA.
I was going to say, all of these games that were on this list, I heard of.
No, there were some of them that like that were just like, what the fuck is this
VR,
shit?
AR games?
No, that was interesting. Because there was a VR game in there that I liked.
Innovation and accessibility.
Yeah, there you go. I didn't know any of the. No. Sorry, that doesn't count. Because it mentioned the big games. I'm talking about ones that like I've never heard of. Like, okay, they even did Content Creator of the Year, which, okay, that's fine.
Well, Content Creator is different. Like I said, those ones kind of out of the spectrum of what we like really pay attention to. So there's no reason in talking about it because we don't do anything to add to that category. Like, we can't really talk about it. We don't know anything about fucking excuse me. Esports
I can't find it off the top of my head. I can't find, but there were really, really indie games. I'm like, I've never heard of these fucking titles.
That's why they're indie games.
You still hear about indie games? The fuck?
Not really. Not like
Stray.
Norco. Norco is one of the underrated PlayStation titles this year. Tunic was amazing.
I know about Tunic, for crying out loud.
Neon White was good. Those were the only ones that were indie, though. I mean, I guess Games for Impact. Maybe that's the one you're talking about.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think that's what Games for Impact Game Awards. Let's see what the...
A Memoir Blue, As Dusk Falls,
Citizen Sleeper,
which
there you
As
go.
Dusk Falls won.
Shit like that. I'm like, nobody fucking cares about this shit. I'm like, why is this here?
What we have to remember is that this is all about subjective perspective. Okay?
Right.
So Games for Impact is for these games that are more along the lines of narrative underlying tones. This is for games that push forward, again, like the category states, for a thought-provoking game with pro-social meaning or message. Yeah. It's about putting out what do you call it? A type of game that increases the knowledge of the viewer, of the player. Something that opens up your mind to an aspect of something that you know that many of you maybe have not experienced before or thought of before. And it's definitely a category that I think deserves to be on these lists, because these kinds of games are the ones that are pushing the boundaries for games that have meaning behind them. Sure, there are some morals in most of the video games we play, but none of them really delve deep into like true morals for us as people in real life than the games that are on these lists. Again, they are very indie. They are very small in that sense. Yeah. But these games absolutely deserve to be on here, I think, and absolutely deserve their flowers for winning these contests.
Just one flower.
I mean, just alone, Citizen Sleeper, one of the hands down better games that have come out this year in terms of narrative story. But nobody really plays these kinds of games, so you don't get to hear about them often.
Yeah. That's why it's a 4 out of 5. I'm just like, I don't care about this. Just skip.
Again, but subjective perspective always.
But anyway, that's it. That's all. Is there anything else?
No, I'm glad to be back on an episode. I've been wanting to.
Me too. Fuck.
Haven't had time. I thought everything was going to be fine when I stepped away.
It's not easy.
I know it's not easy. Why do you think I fucking complain about it so much?
Shut up, bitch. It's okay. It's easy for me now that you're here because I can bounce perfectly everything off of you. And what's great about this is you actually play devil's advocate perfectly. Ryan doesn't do that. He's just like, which is fine. It's a personality difference.
As a host, you gotta learn how to bring that out of people. You gotta ask the right questions. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's being able to get the rise out of people.
So it doesn't work with Ryan, so it works with me. Everyone knows how to get the rise out of me easily. You say Apple's great, I'm gonna fucking throw your head through a wall. That's simple.
It comes with time, but you'll get it.
Yeah.
But for now,
anyway,
that's all the time that we have for today.
Thank you, guys.
I would like to give a special thanks to those of you that have stuck around for the whole episode and the new listeners for tuning in. Again, this is I'm sure there's new listeners somewhere. Again, this is the For the Geeks Gamecast, where every once in a while, I'm not even going to say 2 weeks because it has not been 2 weeks.
No.
We sit around to talk about some of the biggest news in the games industry and how they make us feel. If you enjoyed the show, please subscribe to our Twitch channel where we do game streams at twitch.tv/forthegeeksgames. If you want to further support the show, you can also go to our YouTube, which now has a new handle thanks to the new system that YouTube's rolling out. And you can find us on YouTube at youtube.com/forthegeekspodcast. Give us a follow on Instagram and on Twitter at forthegeeks with 2 S's at the end, or on YouTube or on Twitch.
To make it easier, click the link in the description below. The link tree, it has all of these for you in one link.
You can click our link tree and you can find everything there from our podcasts on all different podcast services: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts for some of those weirdos.
And if you feel like helping us out just a little bit, it's not too expensive. We do have a Patreon. It's only costs $1.
Yes.
Thank you if you do support us.
It's mostly just a nice little gesture of we like the show, keep doing what you're doing, and it reminds us that somebody cares about what we're doing.
Yeah.
Either way, we're going to keep doing this because I love doing this. So
me too. It's a good
please
hobby.
continue to show us support and show us the love. And as always, folks, game like you mean it.
Yep. Peace out.